That's it then, I guess? Okay. Let's see. It's now a 1 versus 4 situation. Blitz has to try and get something here. Bomb has been planted, so he might be able to do something, but with 2 players, Zeph and Alistair, keeping track of that B ramp, there's not really much he's going to be able to do. Bomb will be defused. And that is it. Legacy have to decide now, do they want to force up, or do they just want to wait another round? Maybe just go for Pistol's Armor again. And perhaps go for a better buy next round. That's what we'll see from them. We have a few Desert Eagles coming out, CZ. A little bit of armor there, but nothing too great. But this will put them in a good position with that full loss bonus to come back pretty strong the round after. Order, on the other hand, they don't really have too much playtime on. Are doing very well at it. They're able to shut down Legacy particularly well. We did see them stomp Legacy for lack of a better term a couple of days ago, even. So this is a bit of a rematch space. Though we didn't see them do it on train, so this could have been Legacy's map to really stick it to Order and perhaps get them a real shot in this best of 3 series. Blitz will get himself an AK. Soju almost securing a kill onto Hats, but isn't able to secure it. He's on 16 health himself, and he will fall back. He doesn't want to necessarily give away anything he doesn't have to. Blitz getting some good work in with that AK. He will get taken out himself, and it's now down to a 1 versus 1 situation. Legacy opting not to go for the AK in this case. He doesn't really need it, though. Hats is already down to some pretty low health. Stat the bomb plant in. This has prompted Hats to walk up here. If he knows where he is, he might be able to get it, and there we go. Legacy are able to secure themselves a 3rd map on their side of the scoreboard. Order, on the other hand, as opposed to what Legacy were like after a few wins, their wins were much cleaner. So you can see they're able to buy back in here with gusto. So they're not particularly stressed here. In fact, if anything, this might make them a little bit more conservative on their side. They don't, again, necessarily want to give away too much, but you know, as I'm saying that, we're actually seeing much more forward positions here from Inz and Zeph, and this could actually be a pretty good deciding factor here. Unless you're Zeph, in which case, yeah, you'll die to Lakor, who himself will decide to burn alive after that. So we're now back to a 4 versus 4 situation. There's always, however, even numbers typically tends to favor the T's. Not that that matters anymore. Lonzik getting picked right out of the air like a clay pigeon by Alistair. With that, we'll see a bit of a change in approach here from Legacy. They're going to commit to this B site. Will they account for Hats in this position? They won't. He only gets 1 kill, but he does get a lot of damage onto Soju as well. Blitz in there to help things with the orb. We're now back onto an even 2 versus 2 situation. Soju, though, with the utility out, isn't able to do much. And Blitz has a very difficult situation here. They know that he's going to have to contest this defuse, and Alistair was waiting for just that. That is it. We'll see a reset for most players on Legacy Esports. Stat can drop a little bit for his teammates, and he might do just that. We'll have to wait and see what he wants to do with this money. Could be another pistols play. In fact, they're going to force up around this. Nope. Sorry, nope. They're just going to go for 1 rifle. Rest will be pistols. That's it. Order, on the other hand, have pretty much solidified their position. I mean, if they lose this one, they could be set up to get reset at a round after that, but it's the main problem that we're seeing here. Legacy is just not able to string these rounds together. That is an absolute detriment. Zeph, though, from this pop dog position, is getting so much work done. Lonzig's the only one who's able to respond. He goes down. Blitz does as well. And with the math being done on the Legacy side here, they're now all able to buy up after this. Full armor. A little bit of utility to go behind these AKs as well means that they should be able to get a good execute into one of these sites. Again, this is Legacy's pick. They should have some setups and executes ready for this map, you'd think. Whether it's anything beyond the default, though, would be another question. The smoke, if deployed, will actually give away the position there. Inns picks up thing with a kill. Alistair and Hats, not wanting to be outdone there, will join in on the fun as well. The bomb is down and very, very far away from Monzik. He's been blinded, and that is it. These Legacy players are just being picked apart here. At this point, we've got to wonder when the tactical pause is going to come out from Legacy Esports. They're able to get some success, but very quickly after it's kind of thwarted there. Oh, Monzik though wants to get something. Zeph will disagree with that something. Blitz and Sergio at this point, they have a 2 versus 4 situation. 1 versus 4. Sergio gets something here, but he's 75 health, no armor. He is practically waiting to get torn to shreds like wet paper by these CT defenders. I'll have to creep around. Inns, on the other hand, is also going on a bit of a fact-finding mission. I think he spotted this bomb, however, and with the USP, though, he will pop around the corner, and he actually takes that fight. There we go. That is the beauty of the USP against unarmored players, but Legacy, on the other hand, they're still just coasting along just on those slight pistol to AK buys there, and that's exactly what we're going to see in this 12th round. At this stage, I don't see Order's economy being broken at all in this half. I think they're going to be sitting very pretty. I want to secure some kind of smokescreen for their approach here, and that will help a little bit. Hats, who's been doing quite a bit of work on these B halls here, does get taken down, and this actually forces a bit of a slight readjustment from Order. They don't want to be sitting in these same positions again. In fact, they're going to have Inns sitting very far back on the B side. He's just waiting. He's really here more just for information, it seems, than anything else, because he's not going to be able to really stop a complete approach from this B side. On the other hand, Legacy are just slowing things down. Blitz would have seen that Molotov or Incendiary would have come from a very close position there, so he's just peeking around, trying to get some information. That's it, as we're saying, that Zeph does go down. Pop Dog has been taken. They're going to burst out onto their site here. Imagine has a bit of work to do here. They know where he is now. They will tough him out. Want to stop him, and Inns gets 1 kill. He's quickly traded out, however. Alistair has got a lot of firepower, but he's against 3 players who know where he is now. 2 players who know where he is now. That's it. That is going to be a potential lifeline back into this round. He could very well do this, and they've got so much money, he could just decide he wants to try. He swaps to the AK. Smart decision if you're looking to retake there. He goes for the wall spam on those 2 spots there, but no Legacy players are there. Spotted stat and gets an excellent pick onto him. He's got the defuse kit, so he could do this if he wants to. He wants to force Monzik out into the open. That engagement, that firefight doesn't work out for Alistair in this case. Legacy are able to buy back into this one to a degree. A couple of concessions made, a little bit of utility not available, and a couple of Galils versus 3 AKs. They're wary of these aggressive approaches here, but they still want to peek this anyway. That said, though, Blitz will perhaps get the entry needed to secure this. It was Alistair who made life pretty difficult that last round. With only hats on this B bomb site, gonna have to take a bit more of a conservative approach here. Though sitting on the ladder just to get a peek there, he won't spot anyone just yet. Or on the other hand, trying to remain a little bit more fluid, basically two between these sites with one on A side or in the Z connector there. And that's it, the dinner bells have been rung. All of the terrorists are on this B sites there. Come and dig into them. Bombs down. We have 3 T defenders in the brown halls there. They're going to have to approach the CT defenders here. This could be a bit of an undoing for them. It's now 2 versus 4. They've been mollied out the site there. If they really want to, they can try and stick this defuse to force these legacy players out. Once it gets one. Oh, but that's it though. His teammate Blitz isn't able to rush down B ramps to get anything. Bombs defused. That's it. 9-4 is the score at this stage. This is just map 1 of a best of 3 series. However, this is Legacy's pick. So they're going to need to get the next 2 rounds, but I don't think they're going to get round number 14 here. They'll only be able to get a couple of pistols to go this, and we should see them just try to rush into something and try to get a bomb plant. That'll be about it, really. I think they'll potentially want to go for this B bomb sites there. Zeph is going to be getting a lot of information just purely by standing there. Blitz tries to poke out of Ivy, won't get anything before his efforts. The bomb goes down, only slightly tags Lonzik, who had the bomb. That is it. It's a very quick round. The T side getting torn to shreds. Again, this ends with a USB. That's it. We're up to round 15 last, the half there. Legacy will be able to buy into this one. They already have 4 rounds, so if their CT side is particularly vicious, they might be able to bring this one back. But I would be lying if I said the odds weren't against them here, just in terms of the numbers on the board. But CS is never over till it's over, so to see. Blitz, with an excellent spray into the smoke there, takes out Imagine, who was hoping to just hide in there like a sneaky ninja. Doesn't work out for him, though. Zeph with a slightly different position, as well as hats in these B halls here. This is what you can do to really thwart your attackers there, is just take different positions, slightly different ones each time there, to really mess with your opponent's approach. So this is very good work that we're seeing from Order here. Legacy aren't able to deal with hats. They are able to get Zeph, though, who was in that slightly off position outside of Pop Dog. Oof, and that grenade does a bit of damage onto Lonzik, though. This makes things just that more difficult. We have 2 half-health players on Legacy, 1 full health versus 3 full health players on CTs. Alistair whipping the shot, though. But he's in position to take out Lacour. Blitz finally trades him out, though, and that does bring this back to a 2 versus 2 situation. If they're going to be able to take the site, though, that is going to be the next question. They've got to get the bomb plant. 30 seconds left. It's going to be just out of range of really being able to go over to this B side, especially where they are now. Hats wins that one trade. It's now down to Lonzik. Can he do it? They know exactly where he is. As soon as he goes for the plant, though, they might try and rush him. And that's it. 11-4 is the halftime score in the favor of Order. They will have to now go on to the T side and see if they can do the same on the attackers. On their defenders, that is. This is, however, a very impressive start from Order. waiting for these players to ready up. Okay, and welcome back. We are into second half here. Legacy. The T half did not go how they wanted it to. However, they have a chance to bring it back here on the CT side. Order making no misgivings about where they're going to be going. They will go onto this B side here, and it will be a retake situation there. Stat does start things off with a quick one. That's there. Ooh, Inns is ready to pop up and take him out, though. They don't want somebody up there. That could spell disaster for them. Lonzik gets another kill onto Imagine there. Alistair with an excellent peek onto Stat, though. Another excellent peek onto Lonzik. Really bringing down the health there. The core is able to go around to the side there. Have to try and stick this defuse. No real other way around this. They want to take out Inns, but his position here... Oh... Excellent pick onto Zeph. They have the kit. If he dies, though, that could be it. But that is it. Legacy are able to secure the first round on the second half. Without it, things would have been very dire for them indeed. Order, knowing that they have a lot of rounds to play with here, don't necessarily have to really force up or anything like that. They have Desert Eagles, and their killing power means that I'd be surprised if they don't get at least something from it like that. So yeah, I think at this point they really just want to hurt the economy of Legacy, and they're in a good position to do it. So really, they just want to sort of treat this as a round to wound Legacy, and then they can follow it up later. But Legacy, on the other hand, are getting kind of picked apart here one by one. That said, though, LaCour is finally able to get an answer to that. Imagine gets himself an ump. Could be what they needed, but he'll fall back. He doesn't necessarily want to pick a fight there. He doesn't have the armor to do it. That's it. As the approach onto this side takes place there, Blitz will get one. Imagine chase him out, though, and have to see what these defenders can do. They have the armor, but Inns, though, with this M4... and Alistair with the Desert Eagle, they still have a little bit of firepower, so I wouldn't count Order out just yet. In fact, with 47 seconds to go, they're going to fall back a little bit. This is one thing that you can do, basically, to make your opponents second-guess you on the T side, is they don't know exactly where you're going to be going. If they feel like things have been reset to a degree and that you just want to fall back and maybe pick which site you want to go to after that, then yeah, this does make them have to really just split up a little bit. Said, though, Blitz, with the reaction speed, can take out these last two, and that is very good for him. With that MP9 there, he's actually going to get quite a bit of money for his efforts. If they really wanted to here, Blitz on 8,000, he could drop an AWP for somebody. Yep, there we go. We've got the AWP. Go for it himself. Is it knowing that both sides are on a bit of a full buy this time around, the exception being Legacy. They didn't have the money to completely upgrade. Seeing a more default approach here. Just on most sides there, just Hot Dog. Blitz will get firebombed out of that position there. This allows the rest of Order there, those three players up in Ivy there, to push through. So Zeph, Imagine, Hats. That will be Inns, rather, pushing through, and that is it. They're running into the meat grinder. Imagine the only one surviving, and he has a 1 versus 2 situation, though. Mollying out. Stat was the right move. You'll have to commit to this bomb plant. It's the only real way to secure the round at this point there. Just give him a single objective to go for. That's it. Every bit of ground he wants to move to has to be covered. They will account for the cubby here, the heaven. Imagine, he spots out 2 players. He knows where both of them are now. Means he can account for this once he gets 1 kill. They're not going to spray that wall like they did last time. They'll see us come through, and that's it. He's going to stick the bomb, though. Will he have enough time to kill them? No. Even if he had managed to kill the core there, Stat would have had that bomb plant anyway, unless we saw just an absolute baller of a flick there from Imagine. But it won't happen. That is it. Legacy clawing their way back up these rounds. It's a very crucial one for them to get. They're still in a bit of a danger zone money-wise. Order, on the other hand, have forced up here. Not much utility, but if they break out into a site particularly quickly, like this one here, we'll see smoke coming in onto Pop Dog instead of the incendiary. That's it. This does slow things down a little bit, and that's actually wasted a bit of utility on Order. This could make things difficult for them later on in this round. Will pop out of Pop Dog. Trace coming in there. Hats. Some amazing entry kills. Blitz able to just peek onto the head of Alistair. He does go down. But look at this. Orp is now does get traded out, and Stat has a lot of work ahead of him. He can't really... Sorry, just got a bit of in-game chat there. Stat has a lot of work ahead of him. He's got a 1 versus 2 situation here. He has to try and get 1 pick. He does get 1. That is it, though. Inns will know where he is. He's got a defuse kit. He's got to peek around. Inns playing this very quietly, but Stat with an excellent 1 versus 2 clutch there. There we go. We've got a pause coming in. Should be a tactical. I imagine it would be coming in from Order. What they do with this is going to be particularly interesting because Order have been very dominant so far. And this isn't their map pick. It's not one that they actually really play a lot either. So for them, these tactical pauses are going to be very important because they do need that extra bit of time to sort of figure out what they want to do against Legacy Esports. And as Legacy, on the other hand, it hasn't been as convincing as they would like either. They're still in a particularly close, to reset territory, which looking at Order's position at this time in the first half there, they were doing pretty well. They're starting to build up a bit of a bank. Lonzik and Zeph there will have a bit of a discussion in Ivy. Results in Inns being ejected from the server for this round. After that, things quieting down a little bit, but you have Blitz who has eyes on Ivy there. If he sees this bomb, this will pretty much give away the game. At the very least, though, good use of utility does mean that Zeph isn't able to do too much too soon. He's very separated from the rest of his teammates, and he is the lone bomb carrier here, so he doesn't want to necessarily peek in there too much. But it does stop him from being able to get a trade too easily. Or pick onto Blitz. Utility flowing into this B site. They want to force a rotate onto there. Rotate through Pop Dog. But Soju is going to back into them. And that signals the push onto the site there. Lacour knows what's happened. He wants to get some information here. Look at this discipline. He gets 1. He will get almost 2, but he does weaken Imagine severely. This does provide Blitz and Stat with a bit of a chance back into this round. Blitz has been spotted, though. Oh, and he does get traded out. Stat is not able to secure the round. That's it. Order, after that tactical pause, are able to secure themselves around on this second half. Again, this is that danger zone I was talking about before. Money-wise, Legacy aren't able to do too much whatsoever. Order, on the other hand, are stinging. They have rifles, they have utility, they have an AWP on Alistair as well. So this could be very, very brief. Unless you like Liqueur and say, stop it, and run through smoke there. Lonzik has to fall back though. He has a scout. He can get damage, but nothing else. He can also get aim punched. But he escapes with his life, which is one thing. Getting these kills, though, will be another. He gets tagged. Again, Blitz does as well, and that's it. This is a very slow burn through the defense there. Blitz eventually going down. Liqueur, though, able to do something with the AK that he picked up before. Stat wants to try and get something as well, but Inns is ready for him and does take him out there. 2 versus 3 retake situation. The T's are a little bit weak, though, so this is doable. Just have to wait for the right peak. Although it didn't come from the correct side if you're going for Legacy. In this case, Order, on the other hand, get their second round in a row on the T side. Legacy going to have to save up here. I have one pistol buy from Liqueur. He was over $2,000 there, so he's able to do that. The rest, however, sitting on or just below 2,000 would be much better served just by saving their money. That's what we'll see here. This is a CT-sided rush here onto the halls. They're not able to get too much there. Liqueur's the only one who's able to get a kill, and that's it. A very, very quick round. This puts Order from 1 point away for getting a map point. Again, would just like to remind you that this is the first map in a best-of-3 series. However, it is Legacy's pick. They're going to have to dig deep here and see what they can do to bring this back, but they can't do it here. It'll be taken to Inferno. Inferno being a more played map in Order's roster there. But with this, Lonzik, with an excellent peek up to Ivy there, is able to secure himself 2 kills. Zeph will wrap around them, though. They know he's there. And Zeph, with the right use of utility here, could actually just lock them out of this position whatsoever. But so they're going to have to retake it. They've got to get this bomb back. Peaks coming in from Alistair. He wants to pick a careless or perhaps even greedy CT, but Legacy keeping their heads cool. They've just got to burn down this time here. They know exactly where they have to go, but they're... Oh no. Will that get the right position? It will. Alistair takes Liqueur's head clean off. 50 seconds are left here. Oh, Alistair was blinded, but Lonzik was as well, and they both pretty much just ended up, yeah, not being able to see where they're really aiming at, but it does end up pretty much in favor of Alistair there. Stat in a 1 versus 3 clutch situation. He doesn't know where they're going. They've got the bomb. They've got a lot of time to work with it as well. If he doesn't see anything really by, say, 15 seconds, perhaps even less than that, he's got to know that he's going to have to rotate over to this B site. Yep, he's not seeing anything. He hears the utility on this B site. He knows he's got to get over there. Doesn't have a defuse kit either, so every second is made just that much more crucial there. Of course, any footsteps he makes will give this away. He's got to peek around the corner. Alistair's waiting for him. And that is it. Order is on map point now. Legacy with no other choice here. They have low money, but they've got to force into this. They've got to do whatever they can to try and bring this back. A tactical timeout for Order seeming to have done wonders for them. They're able to really bring this one back. That is it. Much more default positioning from Order. They know their opponents are going to be feeling a little bit desperate now, so they don't necessarily want to give them anything They don't have to. Legacy, on the other hand, they don't want to throw it away on a bit of bravado like rushing one of these positions like A main. If anything, they just want to try and lock it out there, and they've got limited utility, which means that even though they're looking to use it now, buys them time, but perhaps not enough. Soju has to be aware that somebody will be popping out of A main, but really, it's Pop Dog that he wants to be wary of. Smoke's there. Oh no! That was brilliant. That signals the push onto the site, though. Push out. They'll get 2 kills, 3 kills, 4 kills. That is it. Stat! He will get 1 in return. 1 versus 2 situation. If anyone's going to bring it back, it could be him. He has the Desert Eagle. He doesn't have the firepower needed. Alistair, though, he is spotted. And that is it. Order will take this first map. We'll move on to our second one, Inferno, soon. I just want to quickly point out what they did on Pop Dog there. That was brilliant. They dropped the flash up above Pop Dog. They don't actually drop it into it. So it makes the sound and forces the Pop Dog player, or at least tricks them into looking away. That was brilliant. But anyway, that has been the first map. Thank you for tuning in. Please stick around because we will be going into Inferno after that, which will be Order's pick. Should hopefully be a bit of a ripper as well. Thank you. Hello and welcome back to our second map in this best of 3 series between Legacy and Order. This is for the Oceania Qualifier for the IEM Katowice 2019 event, of course. My name is Jevons and I'm joined by my co-caster, George Basil J. GBJ, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I am doing so good because I watched that first map and there was some great CS there and I'm hoping it continues, but we are diving into the pistol round here. Very quick approach onto this B side here from Banana. Will they run into the gauntlet? A little bit. Oh my god.
Wow.
Lonzik and Soju deleted Order on that B approach there.
Yeah, that was very back and forth, just going up Banana there. It went a lot quicker than I thought it would. I mean, after we saw the 2 return kills, I thought the T side might have actually had something going there, but obviously Legacy were able to shut that down pretty succinctly.
Yeah, it was what a bit of a rough one. I think yeah, Soju was a bit of a shaking experience, and then yeah, Lonzik just hiding in cover there. They figured surely they wouldn't hide 2 people on that site. That part of Banana, and they did.
We might have a repeat of last round. Players pushing straight up Banana, and it's getting very rough, like you said. Shots going back and forth. Both teams losing players, and now Order are going to get control of the site. Legacy need to retake this. Alistair's trying to get a peek onto Blitz. He might just get it here before Inns is able to plant the bomb. Blitz is going to push. Alistair's going to realize that. Now they've only got to deal with Stat, who's so far away from the site, comparatively speaking. He's going to be able to delay that plant until he's taken down. And Inns is only right now. He's actually going to get taken down by a flanking Soju. It's just Alistair set to take down these 2 Legacy players. He's ready for the push, but he gets peeked by 2 players, and doesn't really have much of a chance there, and he's going to go down.
Yeah, that does mean that they won't be able to get that bomb plant, which might have made Order much more dangerous in a 4th round. The 3rd round, though, Legacy need to make this one very convincing. They've got SMGs, and they really just want to build up that bank by getting lots of kills with them. In fact, Blitz has opted to go for nothing here, perhaps because he wants to go for an ult next round.
Yeah, so we're going to see a change in strat. No Banana rush this time. We do have that double nade down mid, and Blitz is going to nail a nice shot into Alistair, and Lacour's going to pick up Zeph there as well. Now it's just going to be the T side trying to challenge Legacy and try to get some sort of opening. But Legacy have pushed all the way down Banana, and they've got it thoroughly controlled with smokes. Imagine sitting in mid with Inns. Hopefully they'll be able to get something done, but that flank's coming surely but slowly. If they do decide to push through, Lonzik's decided to now. He's got an angle onto Imagine. He's got the player behind him though. Hats is going to finish him off. Now trying to challenge Lacour and Banana. He's going to have to fall back. He realizes it's too dangerous. It's just 3v4 right now. Players kind of run all over the show at the moment.
Yeah, this positioning from Lacour, I mean, he's perhaps going to take them off guard there, but that said, it only takes 1 shot to the head to really end this, and without any backup from this A side, it's going to take too long for them to be able to move around and get onto this. So I think after 1 kill, Lacour might get traded out. He might be able to get 2, which would be fantastic, but Stat has grown a little bit wise to this, and he's going to be in a good crossfire position as well.
Hopefully this will catch out some Water players. They're about to push. The Cats jumps around the corner, gets spotted out. Lacour takes him down. He does manage to drop down behind cover. Stat follows it up, killing Imagine, and Inns gets dropped by Lacour. That actually worked out a lot better than it should have with that crossfire. Stat was a key role in that alongside Lacour, and it ended up working out for him.
Yeah, I think Order held back a little bit too much there, and without really committing to the site there. I mean, as far as they were concerned, it would have been a bit of a 2-2 split thereabouts, but by waiting, they actually turned it into that. So that said, though, they will be able to buy up this time. Alistair will get an orb, and we don't see a complete upgrade on the CT side. With right angles played, this MP9 and UMP might be able to do the job anyways.
I mean, they've proven they can do it, and Lacour's going to push down Banana. He's isolated by that Molotov. He's going to take the challenge. It takes down Zeph, and he takes down Hats as well. That's 2 great picks. Taking control of Banana now. He's even going to be able to challenge Alistair, taking down to 50 HP. And now Legacy, once again, gained control of Banana. pretty strongly there from Order. Order aren't going to get anything done through Banana as they pull back to the site.
Yeah, speaking of that upgrade, they're able to get 2 AKs as well, so there's your upgrade right there. But things will quieten down now again, and this has been a bit of a kryptonite, or a bit of a bad point for Order in these rounds, as they've had things to quieten down, allowing the defenders to set up a crossfire.
Yeah, Order's push is coming in quite slowly. They're being picked off one by one. Inns gets dropped down to 50 health, and a player does get dropped. There's the first challenge. Alistair's got that AWP. Might be able to challenge Soju here, but he's got such a strong position, he's just going to get headshot. Drops the bomb too, so that's an AWP and a bomb drops, and Inns is the last one left. And yeah, that push, not the most cohesive thing I've ever seen.
No, definitely not. And this is a very different result to what we're seeing on this first map, to be honest. I mean, Legacy has a little bit of experience across this, across Inferno there, but it's definitely not one of their stronger maps. They don't really have a good success rate on it, so the fact that they're able to do this against a team like Order is very good. Not only the fact that it allows them to... Ooh, sorry, the fire will burn a couple of Order players alive there, but yeah, just the fact that they're able to get these early results here, get a little bit of confidence going into this is, I think, going to be key to them perhaps making this a 3-map series.
I mean, it's going to be another round maybe, because Imagines just pushed through the smoke, fully flashed, and Blitz has to say the flash Lonzik there as he comes on through. He does get taken down, so now it's just Alistair left with the pistol. Started out with that pistol, and he hasn't been able to find an upgrade. He's going to be pushing back towards Stat. Ooh, nice shot onto Stat there, takes him down. He's got himself an AK.
He's going to go the long way around, and I mean, why? Got a full minute to do this, so as long as he doesn't get completely caught off by Soju, who's actually heard him. Yep, that's it.
Yeah, we could see that one coming from a mile away. The elephant feet stomping up second mid there. It's going to alert Soju pretty easy.
Yep, makes things pretty straightforward at that stage. Now, this is a problem that we saw with Legacy in the first map that we aren't seeing here. They're actually, on their CT side, able to build up that bank. So this is going to make it much harder for Order to be able to tear them down there. And that's good news if you're a Legacy fan.
Legacy, they're going to try to take an aggressive banana position again, but they get caught out this time. Hats and Zeph going to take down Lonzik and Lacour respectively, and now they've got that banana control. They can finally get a push going. Blitz has got the AWP holding that angle. He does take down Zeph, but there's no Legacy players on the side right now. Hats is even trying to push through. Inns gets taken down on the other side of the map too. There's Order trying to push in now, trying to take control of the site. Both Legacy players stuck in construction right now. Hats gets taken down by Stat. The bomb's going to go down, and Blitz going to get mollied off as well. Going to be a retake now for Legacy against 2 Order players.
They have a little bit of time here with those diffuse kits. They're going to be able to burn down the utility a little bit, of which there is none left on Order. And ooh, imagine had the drop on Blitz, but isn't going to succeed in getting him. Alistair, on the other hand, has the angle, misses the shot. That's it. We should see the diffuse secured here.
Blitz doesn't have a kit. Blitz doesn't have a kit. The other 2 players had a kit. Blitz doesn't, and he's not going to go. Oh, no! Oh, that's... I so thought that was a no chance. No, 10-second diffuse.
I was so worried we're going to see a Kusta situation here, because the other 2 players had kits. That would have been devastating. That would have been really, really awkward, but they did the math, they got the time right, and yeah, that's Legacy taking this 6-0 so far against Order on Inferno.
I mean, like you said, it's definitely a contrast to what we saw last map. Legacy are looking so dominant right now. CT's 3 players on B is working out very well for them, and Imagine Hats are just going to walk straight through a smoke. Fully armored with all their gear, all their weapons, and they're going to get taken down very easily. And Stat's the only one that's going to take any damage, and it's going to be very, very minimal. As the rest of Order are now going to have to push onto A with their remaining 3 players.
Yeah, they just have not been able to crack the nut that is Lacour and Lonzik on their B side there, so I think they're right to try and take this over the A side. And that first kill onto Blitz will definitely signal that. Right. 2 versus 3, retake situation. Alistair on low health. This is going to be tough for them. They need to get something soon. Almost getting that kill.
Does go down. Although Alistair's going to return it. He's on 22 health. Lonzik on 8. Both players going to be pushing up now. They need to get on that defuse. Alistair's going to molly it. That might help. Oh, no, smoke goes down as well. Lonzik will finish him off, even though Alistair nearly pulled off that clutch. Does he have enough time to finish this defuse? I believe he does. That's going to be Legacy 7-0, scraping in by the skin of their teeth, but 7-0 nonetheless.
Yeah, and I mean, Order... This should definitely be a tactical pause coming in from them now, and these have been pretty useful for them so far on that first map for sure. They brought in the tactical pause in the second half, and they basically completely turned things around. So it'll be a good chance for their coach to come in, have a chat to them, and just see compare notes, see what they can do here. And depending on how heated they're getting at the moment, perhaps even just calm down a little bit. So that'll be good. On the other hand, Legacy. Their money is so good. I think Lapora is the only one who's really in any sort of a risky position here. But with teammates sitting at $5, $7, and $10,000, they're going to be fine. Stat, on the other hand, waiting until the last second to actually buy up here, which is they must have been talking things over pretty heavily themselves.
I mean, you got to take advantage of those tactical timeouts, no matter what side it is. So hopefully both teams will have a chance to sort out what they want to do. Although Inns is going to get picked off really easy, and Blitz is going to pick up hats at the same time. 2 players down on Order pretty much instantly as soon as the round starts. We're only at 1 minute 30, and Order are already at a pretty significant disadvantage. Just Legacy look to make this 8-0.
If I had some advice, it would be abandon B. Don't go there anymore unless you have a very clear idea as to what you want to do. They've gotten the drop on him a few times, but he's able to just secure the shot at the last second. Stat also doing some good work there.
I mean, the crazy thing is that they weren't even trying to push B. He just ran past and got nailed by 2 aggressive players. Legacy are just doing so well at taking B control, getting an advantage onto any Ts that are anywhere near mid, to be honest. I mean, it's given them such a huge amount of map control, and then Order's kind of reserved to take A, which is usually left with a fair amount of players, but they play it so well that they're able to keep one player there alive for ages, and the rotates come in, and now we're going to see it again. Alistair, 1 player versus 3, pushing onto A now. He's got Blitz continue. He's just going to take him down as he's trying to locate players as Blitz takes that pick. 8-0 now for Legacy.
Yeah, I honestly didn't see it going this way at all. I thought this would be a bit of a continuation of the dominance that we saw from Order on that first map, except perhaps a little bit more so, considering this is one of their much more played maps. But yeah, Legacy have definitely done their homework, to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, over the entire map, it's just a big nut for Order to crack, and they can't really fully crack it. I mean, you said that B was the nut they couldn't crack, but it seems more like the entire team with Legacy is the nut they can't crack at the moment, as they're going to be buying pistols once again, not going anywhere near Banana, as you can see. We're going to try to get some sort of push onto A.
Yeah, and perhaps with a little bit of utility being dropped out here, they might be able to do this. Lots of smokes coming in here, and this smoke screen might be what allows them to get in and very close and intimate with Legacy and try and take something, but they're not really pushing up on this. That's it. They know that they're running in now. Stat will get 2 kills before he's killed himself. Soju is happy to finish them off. We'll take out Imagine.
It's worth mentioning that Legacy put 3 players on A that round instead of putting 3 on B, which is what they've done quite a few times, and like it paid off. So they didn't expect Soju to be there because they already killed a player in pit, assumedly, and they just seemed to forget about him, and he managed to get a flank on the players trying to get the bomb down. And yeah, obviously it worked out really well for them. 9-0 now.
Yeah, that's the second time Soju's been able to, at the very least, the second time that Soju's been able to come in and come in from behind and kill me. He was the player sitting in our sandbags in that first round. Yeah, that's the problem. Order, with the kind of team that they're facing here in Legacy, the kind of defense, they have to check each and every corner, it seems now. That's the kind of reality that Legacy has been able to provide them with here.
It's a much slower round this time. Order much less aggressive, and I guess you could say Legacy kind of follow that. Blitz in a funny position, and Banana trying to get a bit of an off peak onto any players that get a bit curious. Order really not making any progress.
Ooh.
Alistair does get dropped though by Blitz's AWP.
That was a shot and a half from Blitz there. That was pretty good. He'll jellyfish away after taking his shot. Just back to this position on Coffin there, and this kind of has Order stumped a little bit. They're gonna slowly approach up Banana here, but they really don't know what they're walking into.
Yeah, I mean, yes, it's the infamous wall that Legacy have formed here. Lonzik and LaCour. Blitz actually this time. Blitz does go down pretty early on to Imagine's AK. Lonzik's the last one left, and he gets stuck in a corner, and he isn't able to get anything done. No damage dealt whatsoever. He'll go down. So now it's a retake for Legacy. So they are going to LaCour actually is going to go down as well. It's just Stat and Soju versus 4 Order players. This is a very tough call for them, and I doubt they'd be looking to push this one and just hold out for maybe some exit frags.
Yeah, the dream is over. It won't be 16-0. But Soju in this position here is potentially going to be able to take an AWP off them. Seeing the barrel. But won't be able to follow it up with anything else, and that AWP will be secured and makes its way into the next round.
It's the first round going for Order on the second map, even though they were relatively dominant on the first map.
Yeah. It's that's the thing. I know that getting sort of even rounds isn't necessarily as big a deal on Inferno, but getting losing 9 in a row, that's gonna wear on you a little bit. And I think if anything, we might have to see the cool-headedness be tested here.
Blitz gets taken down in the mid challenge by Alistair pretty much instantly. That's not a good start for Legacy.
Yeah, that's exactly what they needed. Blitz has been a bit of a monster on that AWP. He's been able to land some pretty high impact frags there. Lonzik though on this off angle. Will Alistair peek it though? Won't. And again, things are slowing down a little bit. Soju and Dig should be able to report a lot of noise being made in those apartments. Lonzik as well himself throws down the smoke screen. But does get chewed up a little bit by that Molotov. Said though, Soju and LaCour are able to really turn things around outside of this B site.
And Hats has gone back to retrieve the bomb, so maybe would have finally decided that they want to get going onto this B site here. One that they've struggled with a lot, but it's only 2 players versus 3 for this push. Lonzik goes down early, but Stat's going to get a return frag, although he is mollied out of the site, so Order should be able to get a bomb plant down at least. And Legacy are once again going to have to retake this B site. Stat going to get a nice frag onto Zeph there as he's trying to clear out construction. There's just 1 player left. That's Alistair with the AWP versus 3 Legacy players.
Yeah, some work. If he decides to go for this AK though, he'll make the noise. In fact, noise has been made anyway. And hello! How do you survive that? Thank you. Okay, a little bit awkward, but Legacy are able to bring it back and secure themselves a 10th round.
Yeah, I was kind of worried that this would turn into a bit of a snowball from Order. Like you see it a lot in CS, teams will just grab, well, they'll get nailed for like 8-0 and then they'll pick up 1 round and they'll snowball it into a 16-8 out of nowhere. And I'm surprised to see that, in all honesty, that didn't happen, because Order, like we've said before, was very dominant on the last map, and I really just knocked out.
You would not believe what they did on that first map if you'd seen this one, really. So, you know, they've been able to really turn this one around. Order, on the other hand, this is their map pick, so this is going to have to shake them a little bit. It's a very difficult situation for them to be in.
Challenges coming out. Imagine's going to go down to a nade, and Bullets is going to take down Zeph as well. As the A site holds very strong from Legacy this time around, and they're just going to chop down Order as they're trying to walk on in there, but Order obviously getting nothing done on their A push really, apart from picking up a few kills. But Legacy's hold was just so strong.
We should see, this should be another tactical pause for Order. No questions about it. I would be very surprised if they weren't going to use these tactical pauses and perhaps even give away their map picks so easily like this. So yeah, it's good that they're using them. They don't really have much that they can do this upcoming round. I mean, they don't have much money at all, but at the very least, it gives them a bit of time to sort of think about what they want to do here. And I mean, this is potentially going to be a bit of a throwaway round anyways. You see in some cases after a tactical pause there that the opposing side will just change things up. They might get a little bit aggressive there just to throw any sort of benefit of the pause out of the window there. Nope, they're not going to be aggressive now anyways, with a lot of presence on mid, and nades coming in as well.
Look at all that utility in Banana right now. 2 Molotovs, 2 smokes, nades for days, and Zeph is going to go down to so much utility. Not really what that pistol users can do. Enz will go down as well, as Order just unable to make any sort of headway with these pistols.
You'll usually see that with some teams, being able to get that CZ or Desert Eagle can really allow them to do much more damage than they rightfully should be able to do on a pistol round, but it just seems completely ineffectual against Legacy, at least this round. It's one thing I'd like to mention is that Legacy's defense has been immaculate on this map. I'm really keen to see how this goes once they're on the T side, because executes on Inferno is a bit of a different story altogether, of course.
One's going to pick up a kill very early on into the push, and then other 2 players are going to drop down really quick. 2 of those assault rifles. 12-1. Can you believe it? After the first,
I can't.
12-1.
My jaw is perpetually dropped. It's very impressive from Legacy. This is. I mean, in a couple of cases, Order has been pushing things maybe they shouldn't be, mostly through smokes. Or, you know, Lacour will definitely push through his fair share of utility as well. But oh my god, Stat! Blitz down at bottom completely.
What are they doing?
Do this round.
Honestly, I'm waiting for Legacy to buy decks for 1 round. Like, he literally just walked down mid and flanked them in Banana. Like it was nothing. He just did it. It's like he's not even playing against pro players right now. He just doesn't seem to care.
Okay. So, what I was trying to say before I was rudely interrupted by Legacy's push down mid there was that yeah, Order have been giving away a couple of things, but Legacy on the other hand, not to take anything away from them, their defense has been just ironclad. It's amazing what they're doing here. Whether they'll be able to take this round back is going to be another question. I dare say we're going to be seeing a 14-1 here if they're not able to get any progress soon. I mean, they want to. Alistair peek around, gets a kill with the AWP. That's a good start.
2v3, and now everyone on Order should be able to acquire a bit of weapon. So 1 player's left in mid. He does get caught out by Order. 2 players there. I'm going to be able to get the kill, but Alistair is on the site with the AWP, and they also have an AK on Imagine, as well as armor and a good amount of utility on Alistair to hold this Bomb site. Lonzik's pushed up pretty deep, but they don't know he's there. He might be able to get an angle onto Alistair if he pushes out far enough. So close, so painfully close. Inns is going to be looking at a balcony as well. Lonzik is actually going to catch out Alistair. Inns will finish the kill. Lacour's going to take Imagine. Inns is right there and he gets the deagle shot, and that's going to be 13-2. Order picking up another round as we switch onto switch sides here. Wow.
I'm gobsmacked. There's no other way to put it. I mean, oh god, everything on paper would not have pointed towards this. Wow, this is amazing. So yeah, but that said though, Legacy have to be able to keep this trend going on the T side, and that requires a lot more map knowledge. It's going to require a lot more sort of understanding as to when to push. And Order, they've got to be hungry for rounds at this point. Not entirely certain if they're the kind of team that plays better when they're mad, but if they are, then this could be the turning point for them.
So we'll see how they do on their pushes. Like their defense was so strong, but we haven't seen them push on this map. See what they can do against Order, who will surely be putting up a good CT side defense. Alistair actually getting kind of aggressive onto second mid now. He's not going to push far enough to size against it. He's going to go back and hold his position. As Legacy playing a pretty slow T side overall.
Yeah, I mean, that little bit of information there tells Blitz that somebody's definitely there. I mean, it's to be expected on a pistol round that I'll go for that. Legacy Esports themselves are actually going particularly slow here, but Zeph with a CZ, if you look at this in apartments, that could be big.
Could be very big. 3 as he gets 1, gets 2. Bombs dropped as well. Just has to pick up the 1 more as the core's going to get taken down as well. Blitz goes down from Imagine. That was a pretty expert balcony hold right there as Lonzik gets taken down. Trying to do something sneaky through B. But yeah, that CZ was huge. Taking down 3 players in apartments, essentially, because Imagine was able to finish off that last one.
That is an absolute lifeline for Order as well. If they'd lost that pistol round, then that's likely map point, and at that point things become very stressful because you would have a 13-round climb ahead of you. So Order have to be breathing a little bit easier now, only slightly, that they get that round.
We see the Legacy rush through apartments this time. They're going to try it again. See if playing a different angle, but it's still a powerful one. He's got the FAMAS, takes 1, takes 2. Repeat of last round, takes down Blitz as well before he finally goes down. But the rest of Legacy are going to get cleaned quickly afterwards. So now 14-3 is Legacy going to be having their first real gun round. AK's utility and armor. And Order obviously going to be mirroring that, except for the 1 UMP on Inns there.
Yep, and this is one of these sort of kind of the offsetting moments of the of winning the pistol round, is that you are able to buy up pretty nicely into that second round, especially thanks to the $1,900 well, sorry, just thanks to the on Legacy you get to upgrade much sooner. You get to go to the AKs much sooner, and on the CT side you don't get to upgrade soon. That's what I was going for there. But yeah, you can see it here just with the UMP and the FAMAS, and slightly reduced amounts of utility as well. So again, depends on how well you use these, what positioning you take. Close angle with an UMP is going to be pretty deadly, but we'll see. An interesting push onto mid, or at least positioning here, with the bomb being very far back. It's actually staying at T-side stairs.
Both teams are playing so defensively right now. I mean, Order are not taking anything to do with mid whatsoever. They know the utilities there, and Legacy really just want to go by the book, do everything methodical, clear out every single angle so they can maximize their chances. But the bomb is actually sneaking up Banana. We might see a bit of a A-site fake, or at least, oh no, we're going to see it around the world as Legacy are going to be pushing in through CT spawn now. Banana players haven't made a move. Inns is going to stop 2 players from making the full rotation, though. At the same time, Legacy only have to deal with 1 player. Stat's going to be able to stop, or at least stall rotates from A side. Hats will pick him up, though, so this push has not gone according to plan whatsoever. The only silver lining is that both banana players were able to survive. The bomb does go down. It's just on Lacorn now, and he's going to take a long range fight. Takes that one player, but he gets taken down himself. So that's going to be 5-13. This order finally starting to get a foothold in this map.
If Zeph wasn't able to get those 2 kills with the ump, I think that we would have been looking at a bit of a different score here. We could have potentially seen a bit of a reset for Order in the near future. But again, he had the right ankle. They weren't expecting him. They weren't able to trade him out quickly enough. And yeah, Zeph is going to be feeling pretty happy about himself right there.
So Legacy are going to be the ones pushing Banana with pistols now, throwing all their nades, trying to get early damage done so they can have the best chances. Both players are flash, but they might not get in quick enough. They don't check sandbags and they lose one player because of it, but they managed to pick up 2 CT players in Banana. Damage is going to be done until Lacorn, I imagine. The smoke is going to falter. He's going to have a gap and he pushes straight through. Blitz is there to pick him up. 2 players now for the Order now left to retake the site. Zeph is going to get a kill on the flank, but Soju might be able to pick him up. Yes, he does. And now it's all on Alistair with that AWP versus 3 players. Lacor's on 1 health. But he's going to fall back, save the AWP, and we're going to see a round finally going the way of Legacy on their T side.
Yep, that was, excuse the pun, a bit of a blitz there onto that B side. So much utility coming in there. It's basically just a wave of force rolling up Banana, and it worked out really, really well for them. I mean, you can't really defend much if there is so much utility that even looking away doesn't help you.
It's almost like the Legacy wanted to show Order how it's done, how to push up in an arm, because that went pretty bloody well. Apart from the little bit of a hiccup at sandbags, but otherwise, it went very well for them, even holding it post-plant.
There's an alternate timeline for what could have happened if Order had checked that sandbag position in the first round of Inferno. Just waiting for that nade. That nade was delicious. But the MAC-10 is even more delicious. It will deliver a couple of rounds for Dome of ins and hats, and that's it. That is an instant save being called by Order.
Very, very, very dominant B push there by Legacy. They absolutely nailed that. Not dropping a single player. The only thing they dropped was a little bit of health. Most players on under half health, but yeah, that was very, very dominant from them. Even afterwards, they threw all their nades, all their smokes. I think they knew at that point that they had this round in the bag. So now, map point for Legacy.
Yep, and I think this was their best case scenario coming out of that first map. So Order, they're going to have 2 players on a weaker buy here. 3, if you count Imagine as well, is able to survive, but he doesn't have a huge amount to work with. In fact, he's going to opt for utility and not much else, and it's just a little bit of armor here. So this is pretty much do or die time for Order on this map. They have to try and get something here, but honestly, I'm wondering if save their energy for this third map, which will be Nuke. So see what they want to do.
They do have the AWP, UMP, and M4 in play as well as a lower utility, and every player has armors. They're definitely not out for the count against those 2 MAC-10s. Alistair's does pick up stat. It's pretty key for them, although it was a MAC-10 lost and not something more significant. As Zeph will pick up blitz as well, although balconies are being watched, and Alistair's going to get taken down by 2 players just walking straight out. So now, Legacy have essentially been given a side, and they're able to completely lock it down, get the bomb down, and all 4 remaining players are Order in the exact same place. Zeph gets taken down by a nade even. Lacorn does get mollied out of his position, but Soju's got a strong hold right now. They can hold both these angles that Order are going to have to push from pretty easily. His position is known. Soju does get mollied. Imagine will pick up Lacorn as well, so it's all on Soju, but Imagine will pick up Soju on Pit after taking down Lacorn, and the defuse is going to go the way of Order. Now 6:15, map point denied by Order there.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing, that was a very it was needed for Order. The fact that stay in this map, but how they're able to keep 3 players alive there and keep the firepower up is also going to be pretty much the only way they really climb back here is to be able to keep that momentum going with the economy and equipment behind it. Legacy, on the other hand, as they've been able to pretty much run wild for a little bit on the second half, are still able to buy up completely into this next round.
Yeah, the utility's definitely there for Order now to hold. Blitz will go down really early on to this A push. Where Soju does get the return frag. Alistair's there in pit, strong position, but he's getting spammed out. Inns has the flank, but he isn't moving quite fast enough to get anything significant done. No one's looking his way, and he finally pushes out. Balcony's only just being pushed now. He's going to get taken out by flanking Inns, and the rest of Legacy are going to get taken down really easily there. I'm not sure why that Balcony player didn't push earlier, but maybe it would have been a bit of a different match if he had done.
Perhaps, and I mean, yeah, he took so much damage just by hopping out of that point there. It was pretty much open season for Inns, as he was able to hunt quite a few terrorists there. And this is it. Order is able to hang on to this one. It only takes 1 round, though. Legacy are running into so much utility here, taking so much damage as a result of it.
All their players are so hurt, and they're gonna have to pull back from B. They're not able to run through that much utility.
I mean, Zeph is able to catch 1 player out there, but he doesn't know where the rest are, so he's basically got his head on a swivel. He gets out alive, though.
The bomb holders are there looking for the reap, holding mid. If he gets challenged, that's the bomb dropped in mid, and you know that's really not a good thing for Legacy right now. 3v5, all their players are relatively damaged. Won't take much to take them out of the game. They've got the weapons, they've got the armor, but really no utility. We have 1 flashbang on Soju, and he's at B right now. So far away from the bomb.
Only 40 seconds left, thereabouts. They're going to have to make a move soon, and the positioning says that it should be A. I think they want to let Soju try and force a rotate off here, but the forward positioning of Legacy, especially with the core dying there, I don't think is going to sell this at all.
He's still trying to get this peak now. Maybe he'll get something done. Hats takes down Soju on B site, and he's going to challenge Inns. Does take him down. He still has 2 players to continue with on this A site, not to mention the rotators, which will be coming soon quite quickly. He does get taken down by Zeph there in pit. 8:15 now, up from a pretty significant deficit. Order doing well.
Yeah, and you got to be wondering what's going through Legacy's head at this stage as well, considering that they have pretty much got it to match points. They've been losing a fair few of these in a row. This could be nerves that we're seeing. That would also explain why they're just trying to get aggressive and rush onto some of these sites as well. They just really want this to be done.
Players traded pretty early on. Alistair dropped down quite low. But nothing significant being done for either side at this point in the match. Obviously, it'll be easier for Legacy to push onto any site. Now they'll have a player advantage, but it's how they push that matters, and how Order will hold it, which they've been pretty good at doing so far.
Hats is getting a lot of information here, just by the fact that they're not throwing any utility or anything up on Banana, and this is allowing Order to stay in a bit of a much more fluid position. But as I say that, Inns will rotate back over to B, and it's a 2-2 split. This could allow Legacy to do something here.
Inns is now rotated back as well, so it's a 3. Oh, now actually it's a 3v4, because Order just picked up a player in A, and now they're going all the way around the world. Players pushing down Banana. They're getting chased. Hats will pick up Liqueur. He's trying to push from CT. and Lonzik and Soju have Imagine on their flank. They need to take control of the site very fast, but Hats is once again going to delay that with his AWP, and then Alistair's going to get a shot in the back. Stat is going to pick up Hats, but he's still going to continue with Imagine. He's not going to look that way. Gets taken down. Legacy nearly snatching that one right there, but Hats on that B site hold, incredibly pivotal. And the flank from Imagine is something worth mentioning as well.
Yeah, when I saw him running up without any real concern, up behind them on Banana, he was able to apply pressure there. So I think, whilst Hats was doing a lot of good work, and he may have been able to do enough on his own there, Imagine, I think, was just the icing on the cake there. He was able to really secure that round. Just guarantee it for them.
So we're going to see pistols on the side of Legacy. Just their eco around, seeing if they can get something done. Maybe a lucky D will get shot. Lonzik will get taken down, and Banana pretty easily without getting anything done. The rest of Legacy trying to rotate through CT, but Alistair's got something to say about that. Blitz on 1 health, Soja gets taken down.
Yeah, that was almost a completely open and shut round there. I mean, they're able to take out a match in there, but with $1,000, I don't think he's super concerned about that. And we're going to see, excuse me, another pause come in. This one should be from Legacy at this point, as they've got to figure out what the heck is going on. They're so close. They can bring this to a third map. It's now their turn to figure out how to crack the nut that is Order's defense.
I really want them to get something done because they've been on map point for so long. Order, like I said, they've snowballed this into a game they could actually win after Legacy were being so dominant for the entirety of the map. But this is just if you showed me the start of this map to now, I probably wouldn't think it's the same game.
No, absolutely not. And this is a testament to this has been a testament to both teams here, really. Legacy on their CT side and Order on not only their CT side, but the resilience to actually be able to claw all of this back as well. So initially, I thought it wouldn't not have been worth them throwing the mental, physical energy at this to try and bring it back. But I think now that they've been fired up, now that they've gotten all these rounds in a row there, that it makes sense to just ride this one out, bring it to overtime, and see if you can take out Legacy. On the other hand, Legacy, all of that confidence accrued in the first half has gone out the window, I say.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about the psychological power you've got to be able to get back from such a strong disadvantage in rounds. Now it's going to be Legacy who are going to have to be resilient, because when you've got map point for so long and you've let the other team get so far ahead or get so close to coming ahead of you, that takes a toll as well, because, you know, you're just desperately trying anything that works, and when none of it works, you're getting slapped in the face or running into a wall. It's just, it takes a toll. So we'll see if they can get something done after that tactical pause. They do have the utility, they've got the armor, they've got the glass cannon.
They might be able to get something done here. See that they're not necessarily looking to give away anything to this side. That's the excellent flash coming in. At least provides a little bit of real estate here on Banana, but that'll soon be gone. Lonzik being evicted.
Legacy are just struggling to make any sort of foothold in Banana. And they send a player up there and he gets double naded, and then pretty much instantly Auden knows to drop back and not lose a player. Looks like they do want to go for that Banana push versus these two Order players. Going to have to go through a smoke, depending on how fast they want to do this. But we could see a round win coming through from this player disadvantage that Order has on this.
This is very good utility usage from Order at this stage, as well as good use of a AWP there. They're able to take the head clean off for core bombs on site there, and that's it. Instant rotate call. That's going to be terrible news for Blitz and Stat. They've got to work through so much. Blitz especially. He actually gets taken out by the pistol there.
Once again, a good site defense from Order there taking down 2 players before they've even got a chance to get on the site. And then as soon as a player is even able to get anywhere close, and all he did was jump on the blue barrel, another player drops, and then he jumps on top of the barrel, and then he gets taken down as well. I mean, they can't even step on the actual site anywhere near where they're meant to plant the bomb. So I don't know what their strategy needs to be. Something needs to happen. They have a bit of a weaker buy. Blitz gets taken down in mid-way LSD really early on. It's like a little gone. They do have the armor, and Lonzik's going to take down Hats on Banana there.
That's a good start.
It's an AWP drop, I mean. It's definitely a significant moment, but how they able to capitalize on it is the real question. It's 4v4 now.
I'm kind of hoping that Legacy doesn't go onto this B side, because we've seen them in a 2-2 situation on either side before, and they've gone around the world, and that's actually allowed so much time for Order to actually reposition themselves. Hats especially, initially with that AWP there. I mean, he's gone now, so if they want to do it, they might be able to get something, but that said, Lonzik wants to tell a story about how they're going B, and not A. And that won't work, though. As footsteps come in. Should see a rotate come in, but that said, though, Soju gets an initial kill. Zeph follows it up. They drop the bomb. This buys a bit of time.
Oh, Zeph goes down to a Molotov in pit. Wow, okay, so now they're not going to even have to worry about that, as they have full A control versus 2 Order players. Inns takes down Lonzik, so now it's a 2. You could see Legacy finally closing out this match if they're able to hold back this Order retake. Order's got 1 smoke to work with. And Stat still has that Molotov. He will molly Inns off as Soju picks up Imagine. So now it's just on Soju for a 1 health Inns. He just needs to hit him 1 time.
He could just sneeze on him. He could throw a flash at him.
Soju, no! 1 health. Inns is able to capitalize and win that fight. How do you let that happen? Like you said, just sneeze on the man. Oh, that is so frustrating to watch.
The common cold could have killed him at that stage, and Inns. My God. You could see him nodding as the defuse came in. He was like, that happened. I got it. Legacy, on the other hand, that is heartbreaking for them. Absolutely heartbreaking. They've got to try and take this back now. That was their round.
That was their round. Yeah. Wow, I can't get over that. That's got to be so heartbreaking. The biggest break they've had for the entirety of the second half, and they just aren't able to finally close it off. So now 12-15, Order coming back from a huge deficit early on, at one point being 9-0.
An interesting moment with Hats there. He wants to stick around and see if he can't get somebody who thinks that just because there's a Molotov there, that whole space is free. In fact, what we've seen in some cases, and this is one thing I like from MSL, is that he'll try to calculate where a bit of utility comes from and then wallbang the spot that he thinks it was thrown from. And he's done sometimes some good work with that. So yeah, that's just why I found Hat's position there a bit interesting. He might have actually been able to do that, all things considered.
I also want to mention the timing of both those Molotovs there onto the left side of top mid. Both CTs and T side through a molly at the same place at the exact same time. You can see Australian CS, every team just seems to be on the same wavelength in one way or another. As now Legacy going to try and rotate through CT spawn. Inns is there watching it. He knows what's going on. As Hats will pick up Lonzik early on into their banana assault. Tags LaCour as well, but isn't going to get the kill. And LaCour's finally going to finish off Hats. Inns gets 1 pick as well. That can't happen. Stat will finally pick him up. The bomb's going to go down. 3v3 now. Order coming in to retake the site.
Oh, they almost had a chance to deny that bomb plant, and that would have been perfect for them. That would have been the round there, but it's not going to work out, and things are quiet. Order has to do something here. They can't leave this one alone.
The double flash comes out. Not quite. Not very aggressive. Blitz will take down 1 player, 2 players. It's just Blitz versus Imagine. Both players full health right now. Blitz picks him up, and finally Legacy are going to close out this map. Whew! It's about
That was
time.
a ride. That was an absolute ride. that both Order and Legacy took us on here, and that is it. This series, this best of 3 series, tied up 1-1. We're going to be heading over to Nuke, so please stick around, because yeah, if this is what Inferno had for us, I am so keen to see Nuke. Normally you wouldn't say that, but Nuke, oh, I want to see these two teams do that. So please stick around. We'll be back shortly. Well, that's kind of what I was saying before. They're just messing around at the moment. Hello and welcome back to map number 3 of this best of 3 series between Order and Legacy Esports. This is the fight to get a spot in IEM Katowice 2019's main event. This is the Oceania Qualifier. My name is Jevons and I'm joined by my co-caster George Basil J. GBJ. How you doing?
Hello, hello, hello.
I am pumped. We can say pumped for this one because holy heck, Inferno was a bit of a wild ride. We're into the pistol round now. Lonzik will secure himself first kill there. That's a good opening. He'll take out Hats. And Inns. Order has to have an answer to this at some point. Bit of a love tap onto corner there.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Does flank them and oh, that was a little bit one-sided.
Yeah, Legacy. Just, I feel like a lot of people coming into this entire matchup had a lot of faith in Order to shut this one down pretty easily, but Legacy, time and again, showing absolute dominance over Order. We just saw it there. Pistol round, they didn't drop a single player. When don't you drop a single player on pistol round? That is unheard of.
On T-side nuke as well. That's yeah, that is something to write home about. That's that Order wants some payback. They have a couple of CZs, a Desert Eagle, and a Scout. All the 5-7. They might be able to do it. I don't think it's going to be as clean for Legacy this time around.
They have the superior firepower, they've got the armor, but with these pistols, they're going to be playing close angles, trying to surprise people. Soldier's going to take down Inns.
Oh, that is
take
clean.
down Alley Star.
Sorry.
That's not going to. That kind of shut down the whole pistols playing close quarters argument. It's Legacy pushing into the A site. They know Hats is behind them. They have 2 players rotating in. Hats might get caught out pretty quickly here. He does. There's Legacy still not dropping a player. Seth in a sneaky spot, might be able to pick up Stat here. Does pick him up finally. Blitz will finish him off though. And that's going to be 0-2 to Legacy.
Yeah, and to be honest, I think we might just see potentially Blitz hand over the Mac 10 over to Stat there, and that'll keep their money even enough for the meantime. But the side of Order, they are in full save town. That will grant Legacy more rounds on this T side.
Stat is sticking with just the P250 this round, as Order is going to be rushing around outers. The automatic rifle are going to have to be put into play here as Inns will pick up a player, but the rest of Order is going to be taken down. Blitz the only one that's going to drop and Stat. Thankfully, he's going to keep his P250.
We're 4 rounds in. That's only 2 kills on the side of Order. Hopefully these guns will change that, but yeah, that's not a happy start indeed.
T-side nuke as well. This is going very, very well for Legacy. I'm sure they're quite happy with how it's going. It's just all about keeping the momentum that they've got. Alistair's going to be sitting outside with that AWP, but the smokes are going to be very good and allows Legacy to sneak into secret to get underneath down to B. They do leave Lonzik on top of Silo. Maybe be able to pick up a rotating player to keep an eye on outers, because Legacy having a bit of a tough time getting into B site. Utilities locking them out. Effectively, Inns has a good angle here onto lower door. See if he can pick someone up as when they do decide to finally get aggressive onto the site.
If you take a look at this, there's only really 2 players sitting on this lower site there, so they could be traded out quickly, spelling disaster for Order. They'd be likely to save that round if their players down there couldn't get enough damage.
Such a slow-paced push from Legacy, looking like they want to rotate, change their mind. The bomb does get dropped, so they can need to push now. Alistair will get taken down, and they're going to recover the bomb. Imagine gets taken down as well. It's a 3v4 now. Legacy is holding the advantage as they rotate back up to A. As Lonzik and Blitz are trying to secure it as much as they possibly can. There is a player in Heaven they have to worry about. Zephyr's going to pick up 2, actually, from Heaven, and that's going to shut down an A push pretty bloody well, if you ask me. Lacour's quite low as well. Zeph's low himself, but I'm not sure if that had much of an effect on the game, as Lacour going down to Hats would.
They're not going to fight him. They don't have to. They're just going to run the time down. That's what they're going to do, and that's it. That's the round for Order. Stat might be able to get some damage. No, that is pretty bad news for Legacy there. Bombstock might have netted them at least something for that round there, but I don't think Stat was going to get out of that one alive. On the other hand, Order did cop a bit of damage, but they're able to take some rifles going into this next round there, so that's good. Legacy, for them to continue their dominance, they have to win this round. They have to basically break the CT economy again and bolster their own, which T-side economy, difficult to break down there. We'll see Lonzik, though, be the first victim of round 5.
It doesn't look like we're going to see a repeat of last match opening. This Order are picking up players, trading their own, but they've definitely got a much stronger foothold than what we saw. This Order is going to pick up another kill. That's the core going down. There's more damage being dealt. Soldier will go down to Zeph. Zeph's low himself, and he does get picked up. It's a 3v2 right now. Legacy pushing onto that A site. They have one player to contend with in Heaven as Alistair's trying to get his flank going.
Was burnt out. Ins with the Molotov gone. Can try to peek in again, but they're very wary of him. He could give away his life for nothing here. Wait for his teammates to come in. They've got a bit of utility themselves. They could burn out these defensive positions. Stat definitely aware. Ins.
Alistair dropped down to 12 health. He's got the kit. He should be able to get this defused. Order able to finish that retake there. 2-3. Still in favor of Legacy. Still have a relatively strong economy. They would be able to buy some things depending on how they want to take this next one. It looks like they are going to be buying up. The Orc comes out now onto Blitz, as the Orc also remains on Alistair.
Yeah, and it's only round 6. They've got 3 rounds already. That's so many chances for them to effectively secure the T side they want. Again, they don't really have to worry about getting even rounds, perhaps even more, although they would certainly want it. That's with 5 rounds on their side, I think that'd be okay. Anything more than that, they're going to be feeling pretty happy, especially against... Ooh. Sorry. Alistair had a few things to say there, and Lacour will finally shut down his reign of terror. But, yeah. Legacy on this T side, they just want to get maybe 5 or 6 rounds. That's really about it. And Inns is rotating to a good position here. Close quarters ump, this could do some serious damage.
Depends how slowly Legacy want to push this. It looks like they're going to send the CZ player in first, and it's onto him to be able to spot him out, take him down with that CZ. The challenge is about to happen. He picks it up. UMP dropped for Stat there. Hats goes down as well to Lacour. So Legacy have got themselves back into this round. Zeph the only one at B right now. Oh, Legacy rotating out too. Imagine we'll pick up Lacour with the UMP. It's a 2v2. Stats so low, but they're going to be pushing back into A. Imagine will spot out the players. He's made the call out to Zeph. Mollied them off as well. Now Zeph is able to keep back up, but he gets taken down as soon as he jumps out of the vent. It's 1v2. Imagine loses it for his team. 2-4 now. Legacy picking up another round. And we do have a pause.
And that's reset for Order there. And that's the thing, though, with the utility that they were using, it was very, very well placed there. I mean, they knew that that Legacy had very little time to get onto the site, and plant the bomb, even after that, even after those incendiaries dissipated there, they pretty much have to rush straight at it. Problem was that whilst the Molotovs were still burning, he basically was allowing them to effectively wide peek and get the drop on him there, and winning that duel was, yeah, basically what kept Legacy in the game, because it would have been a bit up in the air as to whether gotten that bomb plant.
AKs are out, UMPs are out, pistols for order at the moment. We'll see how much that changes after the freeze time is over. CC's there, 5.7s to Eagles, can be a pistol ego. Is order looking to take another round. Legacy obviously having a strong advantage, a lot of utility, full arm, definite firepower advantage, but their bank is sort of weak at the moment. So if they lose this round, that's going to be pretty disastrous for them.
That's the thing, we're seeing a bit more forward positioning from these order players. Hat's moving up into radio there. Wants to move further than that. He's gonna have to be pretty confident that yeah, they're not gonna be waiting for him. Ins does go down. With Soju side here, he's got a lot of information. He knows they're not really gonna want to contest anyway, given the eco buy, but it's information nonetheless. And here we go. This is the push we're waiting for from Alistair and Hats.
And Legacy are playing this so slow that you can't say it's not working for them at the moment. They've got 5 players still alive. And essentially what is a flank onto A's site, Zeph has abandoned it, and he's going to get spotted out by 3 players. Actually, did we see a bit of friendly fire there?
Yes, we did. Lonzik is gone. But the rest of the team will clean this one up, and Hats, they're wary of him. Soju will decapitate him. Give him a lovely haircut with an AK round there. And Order is still going to have to save. That's it. That's the danger of forcing up on those pistols there. They were trying something a little bit different there, but moving in, Legacy is still just... They're being very attentive. I mean, it seems obvious they're able to sort of catch any sort of flanks or approaches from Order, but they're just very switched on. They're very focused.
Well, they're just going to rush around to ramp, and there's no one there to stop them right now. They've got ramp control already, and they're going to rotate straight down to B with no one there to really contest them properly right now. They might be able to get a very early bomb plant. Order's just left this completely open on the pistol with their pistol buy, and now Legacy going to have almost complete control of this site. Players are dropping down now. Exchanges are happening. Ins gets taken down, as does Imagine. 2v5, just USPs and no armor. And it looks like Legacy are going to be able to take another round, unless something truly magical happens here. It's going to be 2-6.
Well, Zeph was able to pick up himself an ump, and he'll get himself an AK after that as well. So to be honest, if he just wanted to run away and save this, then yeah, this would be a successful round for him. Yes, that is your teammate. Don't shoot him, Zeph. That's...
I mean, he was exiting B. It would make sense.
Yeah. Legacy, on the other hand, I think we should perhaps see a couple of upgrades from them. At least you'd kind of hope. But Lonzik is more than happy to continue using this Mac 10. I mean, I think that really does confine him to an inside approach, if anything. It's not really going to be too great on outers, but... Oof, just to make a liar out of me, he is going there. Pushing the outside there with Lacour.
Look at all this
to cover him
as well.
Well, yeah, that allows him to actually, yeah, negate the long distance factor.
He's going to get nibbled on the back there by Inns, who's sitting in garage. He's taken down quite low, and they know what he's trying to do. He gets picked up finally. Inns is going to pick up another one. That Org by really paying off for them, picking up 2 players on a round where they shouldn't really have gotten or have been that successful this early on. He's still going to be challenging players. He's taken down to 2 health by Soju. He knows he shouldn't challenge that again. Smokes himself off, gives himself some cover. Order looking quite powerful now. 5v3. It's going to be on Legacy to gain the cohesiveness that's won them the last few rounds, position themselves to finally take control of the site on this round.
Yeah, it is 5 versus 3. We shouldn't ignore the health on order, however. Means that can very quickly turn into a 3 versus 3, perhaps even 2 versus 3. If they get the drop on Hatsi, who nearly died himself before up on ramp there. Oof.
That's a painful
What we can
one.
say about that.
That's a very painful blitz flashbang that exact same spot, and Imagine just didn't get affected by it. It felt right under his feet. Yeah, it's kind of very sad to see, in all honesty. It's going to be 3-6 now. Legacy still holding a round advantage, but that last round definitely would have had an impact, especially with that outside org by Ins being very successful. See if he can pull it off again, as AK's armor and utility is definitely still there, but even more so for Order. Massive amount of utility to hold off this round. Definitely needed on Nuke.
Yeah, just huge props to Ins on that round as well, getting 3 kills. And also Imagine as well securing the final 2. He's still looking to cause some havoc outside there. Just got to be a little bit more conservative about it. He does see some heads popping up there. He just wants to take them off, but thinking better of it, he will fall back. He doesn't want to stay there too long. That basically gives Legacy time enough to outflank him or throw utility and catch him out there.
Yeah, Ins has definitely been playing some Black Ops 4 with that org ability. Might not have had much of an impact this game, but I mean, he was even able to cut off a flank into Mini with that org, just spamming it at a corner, because it's so accurate. He can just steer at a corner and click, click, click.
Oh, Hats might have been able to mow down 2 there, but with both Hats and Ins down, the odds are starting to stack against Order. Legacy wants to continue their approach onto this site. They'll get one. They know where the other is. Imagine has to try and do something. He drops the bomb. That came together pretty well for Order in the end there.
Yeah, definitely. They held onto the A site really well for what they were given. Legacy just weren't able to take strong enough control early on to stop leading players.
See, Ian's going to the org again. And personally, I'm actually a bit happy that more teams are using this. It's only $50 extra than the standard M4 AK. And it's been such a challenge for Valve for so long to get people to actually use these rifles. Lonzik burns alive, just to point that out. And Stat, we're going to follow him. Crossfire set up, and yeah, that should be the end of Legacy for this round. That's it. Yeah, we've seen the org and SSG come in on the sorry, not the SSG, as the SG come in at the sort of the fringes. Like a few CIS teams are picking it up, and we're seeing it in the Australian scene. But I think we recently saw Carrigan using it as well, which was a bit interesting. I think it's starting to really take purchase in the professional scene. Here and there.
The best part about it is they don't need a nuke. On nuke, typically you'd have to have your player on outers. It's just a guaranteed thing. But because he has that scope, he has that better accuracy at range, he's going to be able to hold outers. But when Lonzik just shoots through a smoke and manages to headshot him, I mean, it doesn't really matter that much as another player goes down for Order as well. And Legacy have just pretty much instantly turned this into a round for themselves as they get A-site control, they plant the bomb, and now Order are going to have to retake a very difficult site to retake, especially with how many players are left for Legacy. Well, then Lonzik will go down, as will Soju. Hat's taken out of 5 health, but it's a 2v3 right now, and Order have players on every angle as Blitz gets taken by Zeph. Stat will return the frag, and the last 2 players on Order are quite low. Just needs to tickle them a little bit, and he's not going to be able to. Zeph is going to finish him off, and that's going to be another round going the way of Order. 6-6.
Did I get the defuse in? Yep. Sorry. Yeah, they did get it. Sound in play on my side, but yeah, that's yeah, that was an excellent retake from Order and a very needed one at this stage, because Legacy, they've already hit their target. They're at 6 there. Order just really need to shore up their chances for the second. That's all. With that, we'll see them consolidating the economy there, buying up even more, getting utility, getting an AWP on to Alistair as well. He is their more high-impact role player there, so that'll be particularly good. But the core, on the other hand, they all take damage, but the core secures the kill.
Oh,
my
and
God.
what? You can't do. That's not allowed. Oh my God, picking up 3 players like it's nothing. In under half a second, he takes 3 players down with that org. Too easy for him. I was about to mention how disastrous it would be if that was a double nade that damaged them when they took that initial push. But it doesn't even matter because Inns is just going to pick up 3 with a regular gun anyway.
Thank you, Bartolf. That was amazing. That is... Well, yeah. That's great to see the org then. Just to reiterate on that point.
Can we just mention Blitz just walked straight past Imagine? They were on opposite sides of the doors when they walked past. And they've just snuck past each other. Blitz is going to walk straight back out.
Oh, no! No!
Oh, AUCS. That's unfortunate timing for both players there. And he pulls out his knife at just the worst time. Such a bad habit to have if you're walking around with your knife while sneaking. Ah, oh, that's super unfortunate, but absolutely hilarious for us.
Yeah, it's a real feels bad man there, but oh, that is how the cookie crumbles. I mean, yeah, if you're still walking around, perhaps you don't need to worry about having an iPad. Oh, Blitz wants payback. He wants revenge. Alistair almost getting it. That said, as they move into a more open position there, as they round onto a main there, into Mini. They won't be able to, yeah, they won't be able to continue that success. But that was a bit of a throwaway round for Legacy. This is going to be the last round, 15 round, ending the half there. And you can see that Legacy, this is what they were really playing towards. They've got everything bought up, everything they need. So does Order, though. They weren't able to stop the economy, and they are going up against a very strong defensive side.
We're going to see a much more passive Legacy this time, as they have the weapons and utility they need to be methodical. Inns gets taken down on Outers there. As now Legacy going to have Outers control. They've got an AWP to contend with, and he's going to walk straight into the sight lines. It was an M4. Apparently, according to Hats, he's going to stall that Outers control just a little bit. They're going to drop a player, so now it's 4-4. Even players again. And now Legacy need to decide what they want to do. A minute left in the match. They've got the time, but they don't really have any significant positioning for any site right now. So that being said, B site is looking pretty open. If they were to go down and take a look at that.
Oh, Stad does get legged. Incendiary comes out as well, so that ruins any ideas that he might have had. But for the rest of this Legacy side, you're right, they want to try and get some kind of ground there. In fact, I believe that is exactly why Stat wanted to peek that in the first place.
We have 20 seconds left.
And this bomb is outside of the site. There is nowhere else they can go. He's got to rush up. If he dies, if the bomb drops, that is it. That is game over. And there are so many defenders. In fact, oh no, the Molotov is there. But he'll run through it.
Wow, that shouldn't have worked. in any meaning of the word, that should not have worked for Legacy whatsoever, but it did.
Yeah, I honestly thought bomb was going to get dropped up in heaven there, and that would have been it. But yeah, Alistair has to do something. Flash does drop a little bit short of its target. It's not going to get anyone. And really, they're just wasting time here. That's all they need to do. On him.
The player's just toying with him at the end there. He didn't know where to peek, where to go, and he was just running. Man, yeah, no, that should not have worked. It was an absolute rush by Legacy there. They knew they were low on time. They didn't have a proper strat and play. They just walked onto the site, got the kills they needed, and made it 7-8 for that first half. Order obviously having the advantage there.
Well, they'll have the extra round. But again, this really depends on how good their executes, how good they are on the T side. Now, considering they are more experienced in this map, we would think, again on paper, that Order would be able to bring this back. But on the other side, we thought that Order were going to have a Inferno as well, and we saw how that turned out. So I honestly don't think we can predict Legacy's results too well. And this is a point I sort of talked to you about in the halftime space there, and that is that Legacy, they've got a bit of a new lineup there. They've got LaCour now, and they're also really changing their approach to the game as well. They're a lot more committed. So I think part of the results that we're seeing here is, one, more of what you're going to see with time, but two, the result of some very hard work there. And to take anything away from Order either, they're also a very committed team, and they're one of the best in Australia and New Zealand in this scene for that reason. But enough of my rambling. Let's duck into the second half of this map. This is the best of 3 series. Legacy managed to take this to map 3, and I mean, what we see from Order here, they could very well score a bit of an upset here.
Well, yeah, we're going to see how Legacy's defense goes on Nuke. The defense was so strong on Inferno. I hope that it carries over, but obviously we can never be sure because Order, like you said, much more experienced team. They're definitely going to know how to push the site like absolute experts. They'll do their best to break the defense that Legacy sets out for them, as they are going to be going for a very methodical push onto a site. They do get the frag needed. 2 frags for Imagine. Lonzik's left on the site. He picks up one himself. 2v3 now. As Blitz also on the site, picks up one for himself. Imagine runs out of ammo, and Blitz is able to finish that kill. Blitz making an absolute play there to save the round. Alistair left. He has to pick up these 2 players, but I don't think they know how close he is, because Stat watching hell right now. Blitz gets sneaked up on, but they know where he is now. Stat's going to be able to hopefully get an angle on Alistair, but he's playing the smart. He's not showing anything to Stat until he can finish off Blitz, and he does. It's on Stat now. Alistair needs to nail the shots to finish him off, and he does. Wow, Alistair able to finish off that round and win it for Order somehow.
Yeah, he's fired up. He is absolutely fired up. That has got to get the adrenaline pumping for Alistair and his teammates as well. So that was an excellent save from Alistair that round. That's pretty much what Order needs. They need to basically do what Legacy did to them, but more so, they need to basically tell Legacy why this is their map and not Legacy's. With this, we'll see USBs from Legacy and a Zeus on Lonzik as well. Come on, mate. I know what you're doing there in Hearts. You want it to happen. I don't know if it will.
Legit straight, it could work.
I can't lie, I want it to happen too, but I don't know if it will.
Blitz isn't able to pick anything up there with the USP, as full B-site defense has come on from Legacy. So going to be trying to hold back Order's push. Stat not picking up anything. Hats is quite low, but he's going to take Soju down anyway. Just 1 player left. It's LaCour with the pistol. Doesn't have anything to save, so he's probably just trying to go for some sort of exit frag of some kind.
That would be my guess. Is Hats, who is the lowest health player, if he doesn't get the drop on him, if LaCour peeks out now, he gets the kill into Hats, he gets the gun. Oh, he just misses him. He wants to hunt for this, though.
Oh, he saw him. No, don't do it.
You greedy, greedy man.
Oh, there's no way he gets this. That knife was very tense when he pulled that out. But no, he's not going to be able to pick up that. It would have been massive, that huge amount of money, but no, he's not going to quite pull that one out.
That is config levels of cheek right there. I don't think he would have been able to get away with it, but as he did duck out to CT spawn there, he didn't want to. I think at that stage, he wasn't necessarily actually aiming for exits then. He really did just want to deny the money that would have been earned from his death. So Just get one kill though, so I mean, you've really got to sort of weigh up whether that was completely worth it. Personally, I think it was. That's.
Are we gonna
Oh,
talk about Lonzik's weapon choice?
no, no.
Well, I guess
Well,
you.
okay, maybe a little bit. Pick it. You're in the right spot for it, but
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
It is
That is
interesting crossfire that Order has in secret, right? 2 players sitting in there waiting for a curious CT to walk into that trap. As finally Order's going to be pushing towards ramp now. Control's going to be given up very early on as Legacy's going to have to opt for a more cohesive B site hold. Alistair's going to take the challenge with Stat. Does take him down. Inns is going to finish off the kill though. 4v4. Legacy's going to have to make the retake. See if they can do it.
the shotgun did not net itself a kill. Just gonna put that out there. But the orb, however, could be considered a little bit more effective, and nails nails one of the T's. Also see it pick up Zep as well. That's it. With that, the defuse will come in. They should run up and grab the AWP back as well. They do, so that's good. Considering that the CT side economy, Legacy's economy, is not as flash hot or cash money as they would want it to be. Tactical pause. Theoretically a tactical pause. Lonzik bought he bought it again. He wants something, and I mean this. I don't think Order are going to eco and rush through Squeaky, which I think is partially what he's expecting here, or like hoping for. But Hats, considering his buy is going to be a little bit subpar unless Inns is a bit generous to him and drops something, is going to have a chance there. But Inns goes for the orb. I think that was a much better decision there. He should, in theory, swap it over to Alistair. And we'll see how they go into this. But Lonzik, you know what? We make fun of it until it works, right?
Exactly.
I mean, the Swag 7 has proven itself to be a little bit effective, but that is the Swag. The XM is a little bit different there, and Inns getting an initial kill onto Lacour there doesn't even provide Lonzik with an opportunity to answer it.
Just wondering, is Lonzik going to pick up that M4? Is he going to try hope that Auto Shoddy does something? He's still sitting there. He knows the M4's out there. Doesn't know if it's safe, but he's not even looking to try at the moment, at least. No, he's just going to rotate away from the M4. He doesn't even care. He wants that Auto Shoddy to get something done, and it could do, provided he plays in the right spots. If he runs into a player in secret, it could definitely work, but Order's looking like they want to push onto A, which he just rotated away from. Blitz will get 1 kill.
Oh, see Soju in that position. That would have been that would have been the golden scenario for Lonzik, but he does die, and 2 versus 3 situation. They have to get this bomb back somehow. And they have a couple of Molotovs, so they can burn them out of their defensive hidey holes if they want to, but... Oh, or Alistair can just drop in heaven.
Blitz doesn't even know. Blitz is paying 0 attention. He's just trying to hold hut right now. Molotovs are out. He's standing on the bomb. He's just waiting for a player to walk out. It's going to be Alistair first with the AK, but he turns around at the wrong time. He takes down Inns, but... yeah, Alistair able to finish off that round for them. Very close win for Legacy, but it's going to go the way of Order either way. And the money for Legacy really looking quite weak.
A little bit. I don't know if Lonzik is going to be kicking himself over the decision to leave the M4, but that said, though, that is something that will have to be reviewed in the demo by Legacy. Meantime, though, Blitz is doing just that. He's blitzing his way out into the outside here. He's going to sneak through smoke and get around them. And this could provide him with a very good opportunity if Alistair didn't see him and instantly end his life.
I think a lot of what Legacy does relies on the fact that Alistair misses a shot, which he doesn't seem to be doing at the moment, at least.
No, he's a bit of a bit. So, oh, and Hats is gonna catch out Stat there. He's got a Molotov him out. That's gonna stop any reinforcements coming in there. That's gonna force both of them out. They'll die as a result of that.
So Order having once again a dominant performance with their advantage in weapons. Legacy, last player left is LaCoy. He's got head armor, he's got 5-7, but bomb is down, so exit frags are going to be the play for him. If he can get one, it would help. But things are looking quite dire for Legacy right now. Money is essentially in the toilet.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not going for that grenade as a result. It's just sitting there in vent, and oh, that was a near miss. I don't know who would have really won that one. I mean, look, the armory, the 5-7 at close range, nothing to be scoffed at. But, and as it's again, LaCour opting to save. He doesn't want to give his life. Does manage to net himself, or at least carry the Kevlar helmets and 5-7 to the next round. The helmet will help against the 2 umps there, but the AKs and the AWP, it's just not going to do anything for them. So it's there is actually a chance that he's able to weather some damage and get something back for it. But CTs, on the other hand, they're all running into heaven, rushing out onto this A side there. I think it's going to be a bit of a stack. Hats taking heads off left, right, and center there. Lonzik, though, is able to get at least one, but I mean, he wasn't getting out of that situation, so yeah. Bit of a throwaway round. I think they, of course, wanted to get some more kills than that, but that is not how that will turn out, and we're seeing another pause coming in here, perhaps from Legacy Esports this time. They've got the money. They can actually invest into this round. This pause will help them figure out exactly how they want to go about it. Just review what Order has been doing as well. Order, on the other hand, being a very experienced team, I would be very surprised if they didn't switch things up a little bit here, if only for the fact that they want to throw any plans that Legacy has out the window.
Hopefully Legacy are able to pull something out, because at the moment, Order's just completely wiping the floor with them, especially over the last few rounds. Legacy's getting essentially nothing done to stop the onslaught that is Order's executions onto sites. So hopefully that tactical timeout gives them at least some sort of idea of what they need to change to start winning some rounds.
That is the hope indeed, if you are here to support Legacy. If so, give them some love in the chat. And of course, if you're here to support Order, please do the same. That's Order. Push out onto the site there. The Stat does not escape. And that signals that B site is open for business. The amount of utility used here just to secure the site is quite immense, but they've got so much left over, and this is the beauty of their economy being much stronger, is that they're able to secure the plant and, of course, secure the post-plant. Lonzik, I don't think he's aware, though, there is a player just sitting in the shadows there. Hats, the one waiting for him, but we won't see how that turns out because they've got a save coming in from Legacy.
Yeah, understandable. I mean, they all have armor, no money, and they definitely have the guns. Yeah, they're just going to run away from the site because it's really not worth losing anything right now. If you can keep these into the next round, you have a much better chance of living, or winning, I should say. I guess living is the same, it's essentially the same thing. But yeah, Blitz is actually going to pick up Imagine on the outside there, and he's going to pick up Hats too. 2 players drop for Order. I'm not sure their money is going to be crying too much about missing them.
No, absolutely not. And that's exactly why Order wanted to hunt there, because they know that the situation is a bit dire for Legacy. They've got to make this as painful as possible for them. But that said, Legacy, they get 4 players surviving out of that. And this, if anything, is really what's going to help them try and keep Order off that map and series point.
This is definitely the key round right now. Both sides on a gun round. Soju's going to open it up early, though. He's going to take down Hats, but Zeph is going to jump straight down behind Lakor, and he's going to get Lonzik as well. And Soju drops. That's 3 players down in about 5 seconds. And yeah, Legacy left with an orphan of Hamas, 2 players, and Blitz will go down, jumping through that smoke. It's just Stat with the Hamas, getting shot through the smoke, and he's on 12 health. So this is definitely not looking, unless Legacy can pull something really incredible with pistols. Looks like it's going to be match point, or a match win for Order.
Yep, and that's it. Zeph, you absolute madman. Pulling that out at a round like this is absolutely crazy. Just hopping onto the top of Mini outside there. The outers. I mean, they would have heard it, but they would have called it being like, he's there. But seeing as how it's been such a slow game so far, he's not going to push this, obviously. But I said this could be the last round of this best of 3 series. Lakor grants a chance to keep things alive.
Oh,
Lakor! Absolute baller of a spray down there. Takes out Zeph and Imagine. That's the kind of thing we need to see from Legacy if they're going to stick this one through.
That was just extreme aggression there from Legacy on Outers for once, and man, it paid off, picking up 3 kills on Outers from 1 player.
Oh.
Bomb drop.
Look at Blitz.
I know where it is. Blitz, did he flank all the way through lobby to pick that one up?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Wow.
He doesn't care. He's just going to do that. But Inns, it's now up to him. They know where he is. They can now start moving in on him. They would have heard vents, but he drops, but he pops back up there. The game's given up, though, as he's spotted again, and he's going to run around the long way through Radio Lobby onto ramp.
So many plays in one clutch.
And Stat is waiting here, but he only has the 5-7. So if his shots ring true, and they will, then he will score himself an AK and his team a chance to keep this one alive for at least 1 round longer.
Yeah, they did pull it out in the end. Lakor obviously being the key player there, taking down 3 on Outers. And a new strat, well, not a new strat, but just something they hadn't done, getting aggressive on Outers, really stalled the push that Order were trying to go for. Yeah, 3 kills, absolutely taking control of that match.
Yeah, it was an excellent.
They can do something again like that.
It was an excellent answer to what Zeph was doing out there before. But Alistair stops Lakor from being able to do that again, so that's pretty much the answer to your question before. Can he do it? Not if he's dead. Grenade comes in, blows the door right off, and look at Soju. Wants to get this flanking position. He gets the bomb. Now it is retake time for Order on the T side.
Legacy look like they're going to pull this one out. Ends on 30 health versus 3 Legacy players who have full utility. They have a kit, they've got armor. And he's trapped. He's been naded down once again on 8 health. They know exactly where he is.
See, at this point, I think Inz's job isn't necessarily to win this round. It's to do as much damage as possible, because Legacy, whilst they've been holding on, they haven't been too strong money-wise, and he does actually spot just the edge of Soju there. He'll secure that kill, but he won't get Stat. Still, enough done, arguably. And this is just a little bit wild. Again, at the start of this best of 3, I would have said that Order had this one, and they're at series point now, but Legacy is not making this easy for them whatsoever. Fast approach from Order onto this site, though. Might net them some results. Inns is in a bit of a tough position here, though. His aggressive push didn't work like they wanted it to.
So many times Zeph has flanked through mini and picked up a player on a site after, even when he kills someone outside, they just aren't replying fast enough to that. Now they're down to 1 player. It's just Blitz with the AWP. Order are going to win this series, taking that last map.
That was incredible. Incroyable. That was pretty fantastic. So there it is, Legacy. A very valiant effort from them, but Order will secure it in the end. So it looks like Order continue onto a match against Greyhound. And that one's the loser, in this case being Legacy, have to try and pull themselves back up in a match against Trident there. So two potentially wild matches there. I think the Greyhound versus Order one is definitely going to be a to watch. But that being said though, I'm going to take a quick break. Please stay tuned. There should be more CSGO coming up soon.